here to take care of it. Set on up to Cook. Isaac Andrews, 8 drinks. Down to Andrews. Gets it down court. The shot is up. Yes! And Westdale, you greatly appreciate it. Baker here for 3. Knocks out pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball. Center field. That's going to be off. Pretty good season. That's a high fly ball. Deep there in the left field. And it's going to be gone! Paul P. Dan Fisher. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com. Here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana. We have the visiting Cowan Blackhawks this evening taking on your Wapahani Raiders tonight. Again, as always, I'm your play-by-play broadcasters, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thank you all for tuning in, and we welcome you all to Lady Raider Volleyball here tonight as we'll get right into things. Here with our Raiders Live pregame show presented by Selma American Legion Post 437. Proud sponsor of the WHS Network. Wapahani got back to their winning ways. This junior varsity squad did. Their last time out there on Monday evening here against Winchester was able to take that in straight set fashion to get back to those winning ways and really was clicking on all cylinders. And hopefully that same thing will continue once again here tonight. Here's the regular season winds down. I'm not 100% sure. I think that they might be playing on Saturday. If not, then this will be their final junior varsity game of the year. I haven't necessarily got word on that yet, if there's going to be a JV game Saturday or not when Westfield comes here to Raider Gymnasium. So we'll see what happens there with that. Again, I'm not 100% sure when it comes to JV having a game on Saturday there against Westfield. But either way, you want to round out the season on a high note here. We've really been playing very well throughout a good majority of the season, and Sames, has got to stand once again here tonight. We've been, seeing a lot of great things happen for these ladies. Really coming together as a collective unit throughout the course of the season here. And they've continued to get better and better every single ball game. And so it's really been a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to experience these ladies see that success, reaping the benefits of working hard, when you're in practice and getting more game experience under your belt. It's going to be big time, especially now, the sectionals come into play. You never know when your number might be called. And, not only that, but it's important to have a good team to practice against. When you're a varsity team, you got to have a JV team that can come out here and test you, and put forth a little bit of a challenge here that's going to make you better. So that's always nice, when you have that depth and confidence in other players to be able to come out here and perform at such a high level. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully that will continue tonight here as we wind down this regular season and the Lady Raiders can get the W here on what will be senior night 2022. Again, we'll recognize our seniors later on during the varsity broadcast. So, folks, we'll step aside here for a quick break. Again, this has been our Raiders Live pregame show presented by Selma American Legion, Post 437. We'll be back with more right after these messages. All right, folks, welcome back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Again, here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana. We'll take a look here at today's rosters here, first and foremost for the visiting Cowan Blackhawks. We got number 2, Morgan Kerr, number 5, Lily Nietrauer, number 6, Delilah Sizemore, number 7, Danica Kepler, number 8, Taylor Young, number 9, Regan Gill, number 10, Taylor Inman, number 11, Rayleigh Turley, and number 13, Miley Williams. So again, that's the Cowan Blackhawks. Here for Wapahani, we have number 1, Anne-Marie Gibson, number 2, Cammie Rivers, number 3, Caroline Hunzinger, number 5, Callie Parker, number 6, Chloe Sipes, number 7, Adriana Harris, number 8, Shayna Ray, number 9, Megan Luce, number 10, Bailey Carpenter, number 11, Olivia Walters, and number 12, Tatum Dudley. Again, your Raiders coached by Amy Hardwick. So again, that is tonight's rosters as we get tonight's game officially underway here at 6:03 p.m. here on this October the 5th, 2022. Again, we want to thank you all for tuning in. Again, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, it should be a very busy evening here for us. Again, Senior Night 2022. Again, we'll be recognizing our seniors in between games. We will more than likely have that. I know I mentioned earlier that was going to be on the varsity broadcast, but more than likely that's going to be here at the very tail end of the JV broadcast here this evening, just so then we don't have to start our varsity broadcast early and have a 25, 30 minutes pregame. So we'll probably have this senior night festivities at the tail end of tonight's junior varsity broadcast here tonight. So just a little information. Again, I'll make sure to remind everyone a little bit later on in the broadcast here tonight. But we'll go ahead and have a 2-1 lead here for Wapahani. We'll have number 2, Morgan Kerr, back to serve here for the Blackhawks. So 3-1 start here. Olivia Walters now in the ball game, and back to serve will be Callie Parker. Rivers here on the attack, hit that one in the net, so now 3-2 is your score. We'll have a substitution here for the Blackhawks. That's going to be number 9, Regan Gill, now in the lineup here for the Blackhawks. Let's have number 6, Delilah Sizemore, back to serve. Received there by Rivers, loose with a right side sent there to Tatum Dudley. Dug out, and that's going to be paid for right there by Olivia Walters. A pass that was right over the top of the net. Walters cashed in. Wapahani 4, Cowan 2, as Caroline Hunzinger is now in the game and back to serve. Shank to the back right there, and that's going to be all she wrote right there. Another ace here for the Raiders. Already now they're second here this evening. 5-2 Wapahani lead. So 5-3 now, number 10. That is Taylor Inman back to serve here for Cowan. And that one's going to be in the net, so back and forth. Last few points here. Service there right there for the Blackhawks. Will give the Raiders point number 6. Here's Cammie Rivers will now be back to serve. And over the net right there, that was number 11, Turley on the attack. And out of bounds as the Raiders look to build a little momentum right here and put some distance between them and the Blackhawks. Good start here so far for Wapahani. Rivers there with a dig. Loose will set it up on to Gibson. Dug out that time by Kerr. Oh, nice job right there. Gibson lays out, gets the dig as Wapahani is able to get the ball back over, apply the pressure on Cowan, and a little mishap right there will cost them one as the Raiders will take the point, and now a 5-point lead. Off there to the right side, and they'll get it back across there. Inman gets it over there for Cowan. The left hand by Gibson, as that one was shot over there a little too far there from Megan Luce. Gibson unable to handle it. So we'll have Shayna Ray now in for the Lady Raiders with number 5, Lily Nietrauer, back to serve. And we'll have a net violation here on Cowan. So one and done there for the Blackhawks that time around. Adriana Harris now in here for Wapahani. We have Olivia Walters back to serve. Set up by Young. Now loose over to Harris, right side. A nice job right there by Cowan just to stay with it. And then by Inman getting the friendly bounce off the top of the net. Nice hustle there by Hunzinger, but unfortunately couldn't get to it in time. As again, another service error here for Cowan. That time by number 9, Regan Gill. As number 6, Delilah Sizemore will return to action for the Blackhawks. In here for Wapahani. Returning to the floor will be Tatum Dudley. Megan Luce now back to serve. Parker digs it. Luce will just touch it over the net right there. Dudley again there with the left hand. Let's see if the Raiders can set something up a little bit better this time around. And Dudley will get it done with the kill. So 11-5 start. Another nice serve there from Megan. Dug off the net, but mishandled by Kerr. Shanked off there to the right side, and that's going to land in the stands. So an ace here for Megan Luce. As again, the Raiders out now to an 8-point lead. Make that now a 9-point lead. Back-to-back aces here for Luce. I got to tell you, a little surprised here that Cowan doesn't take a timeout. And as soon as I say that, they take a timeout. She must have heard me. Nonetheless, here it's Wapahani 14, Cowan 5. We'll step aside and we'll be back with more here next Home Elite Real Estate Game Break here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on.
All right, folks, apologize for that. Had to cut the commercial break a little bit short. So we get back to action here as we have a 2-hit call here on the Blackhawks. So the woes continue, unfortunately, there for those young ladies. Been a rough start to the night. See if Cowan's able to clean it up here a little bit before Wapahani continues to put the hammer down here as Harris sails that one just a little bit outside the mark right there. So now 15-6 here with number 11. That is Rayleigh Turley back there to serve. Handled there by Parker. Luce sets it there to Harris. Just over the net. Parker now over to Anne-Marie Gibson. And that one is straight into the net. Parker to loose on to Dudley. And out of bounds. And so Cowan has strung the last three together. Dug out that time by Nietrauer. Tipped across, loose. Now Parker sets it on up to Dudley one more time. That one's going to fall in, tipped right off the top of the net and down in play. So not exactly how you draw it up, but still effective nonetheless, and created deception there for Cowan. So we've got Cammie Rivers back in here, Anne-Marie Gibson back there to serve just a moment ago. Young there with a set up there to Inman. Now Rivers on the left side attack. A little mistiming right there, kind of threw her off just a touch. And that's in there for an ace. So again, Kerr back here to serve. And there's an ace again. So Wapahani again, as soon as they started really getting on a roll here and applying some distance, Cowan has come storming right back. He's down 15-5. Been on a 6-1 run since. And Harris will get a much needed point there for Wapahani to expand that lead back to 6. So we'll have Callie Parker now back to serve. Set to Dudley. Dug out that time by number 11, Turley. Young gets it over. And that is inbounds. And there's an ace here for Parker. So 3 in a row here from Wapahani. Back to an 8-point lead. A little bit more breathing room right here. And Cowan will get it over. Nicely done right there by the Blackhawks. Rivers on the attack. Dug out by Turley. Kerr now on there to Inman. Luce will set it up to Dudley one more time, and it's just out of bounds. No touch by the Blackhawks, keeping the hands off of it right there is number 9. That is Regan Gill returning to the floor. So Taylor Young back to serve. Again, down by 7. A little bit later here in set number 1, as that's a very crucial service there for Cowan. Hensinger returning to the floor here for Wapahani. Nice serve there from Hunsinger. And then a little miscommunication on who's going to take the ball there after the serve reception. Set up there to Inman, hits that one straight into the net. And so again here, the little bit of momentum that Cowan had, climbing right back into the thick of things, was only down by 5. They have completely lost that momentum. Wapahani has really put the pedal to the metal here towards the end of set number 1. So we've got Taylor Inman back to serve. So in comes Chloe Sipes, seeing her first action here of the evening. Gibson's there, loose there to Walters, and that one's going to fall in there. So we'll have Cammie Rivers returning to the floor for Sipes. Nice save right there by number 9, Gill. Set up again to Walters, and another one that's going to land in there for another kill for Olivia as Wapahani now at set point 24-14. And that's going to do it here for set one. Wapahani will take it 25-14, 1-0 lead here over the Cowan Blackhawks. We'll step aside, and we'll be back here with set number 2 coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network here as set number 2 is officially now underway here this evening. Again, we want to thank you all for tuning in and spending your Wednesday night here with us. As again, Wapahani here with a quick 1-0 lead here over Cowan. 25-14 was the first set final score. And so we'll see if the Raiders can keep up that same momentum and that same intensity and confidence here in set number 2, and hopefully be able to sweep the Blackhawks here this evening. But again, Cowan, had a good stretch there where they was, playing a lot better. And so, if they can find that again, then things could be a lot more interesting towards the latter part of this ball game here. Parker set it up there, and man, tell you what, I put Gibson there in harm's way. So 2-0. Cowan here in set 2. Then we have Rayleigh Turley back to serve. So 2-1 there after the miscue. We'll have Anne-Marie Gibson now back to serve. Inman on the attack, and that's going to be off the hand of Parker and out of bounds. And so a real nice start here so far through the first few points here for the Blackhawks. We'll have number 2, Morgan Kerr, back to serve. Rivers, now Hunzinger chases it down here to Bailey Carpenter. Inman back at again. Parker will dig it out. Rivers will chase it down. And Gibson will get it back across. Nice job right there by Wapahani as the Raiders went up taking the point after a passing mistake there by Cowan. So we'll have Olivia Walters returning to the floor. Callie Parker back to serve. And so a miscue there by Hunzinger. Gets the Blackhawks back on the board now. 4-3 Cowan lead. We got number 9. There's Regan Gill returning to the floor. Number 7, Danica Kepler back to serve. And that's going to be served out of bounds here on the right side. Tied now at 4. Bailey Carpenter now in the game as far as back to serve. Good opportunity right here to hopefully put a little something together, and that's just going to be out of bounds. Not by much, though. So Megan Luce will return to the floor. Number 10, Taylor Inman back to serve. So Walters didn't exactly get a hold of that one right there, but got enough of it. And gets that one to fall into play for another kill. Ties things up at 5. Cammie Rivers back to serve. Dug out by Hunzinger. Parker set it up here to Anne-Marie Gibson. Parker with another dig. Hunzinger back to Gibson one more time, and that is out of bounds. All right, so we have number 5, Lily Nietrauer, back to serve. Loose. Hunzinger tips it over. Nice dig there from Kerr, just sticking the arm out there. And a net violation here on Wapahani. Nice dig there off the reception from Ray, but I'm not sure what happened there on Wapahani's behalf. So I have Harris now in for Parker. Loose. Hunzinger to Walters. And another one's going to fall in there now, 9-6. A much needed point there for Wapahani to hopefully get things going. So we'll have number 11, Olivia Walters, back to serve. Hunzinger sets it up there to Gibson. Nice dig from Turley, and that's going to be out of bounds. Point Wapahani. Received there by Inman, set to Kerr. Ray will dig it, Hunzinger will set it, and Harris gets it across there. Again, there's Inman with the dig, but again, it was passed so close to the net, Kepler couldn't do anything with it, and so Wapahani now goes on a 5-0 run. Puts themselves ahead here by 1. Kepler will chase that one down. Walters, now Hunzinger on over to Gibson. Nice dig out of the net there by Kepler. Tied at 10, we'll have number 9, and that is Regan Gill back to serve. Well, fake out. We're going to have a substitution first. Number 6, Delilah Sizemore, now in here for Gill. So Sizemore will now be back to serve. So substitution now for Wapahani will be number 10, Bailey Carpenter, now in for Megan Luce. Caroline Hunzinger now back to serve. There's Hunzinger Parker with a set up to Carpenter. Dug out by Inman, now on to Kerr. Soft touch there, dug out by Gibson, set right back to her by Hunzinger. And that's going to be a 4-hit call. Wow. 2 hits, I guess, but it was technically 4. So tied at 11 now with number 11, Rayleigh Turley, back to serve. And into the net we go. So we'll have Cammie Rivers returning to the floor for the Raiders. Anne-Marie Gibson now back to serve. So a unfortunate service error there by Anne-Marie Gibson. Tie things up here at 12. Parker, Hunzinger, Harris. Yes, that's going to get it done right there. So Walters returning for Harris. We'll have Parker back to serve. Shanked off there to the left side, and that's going to be an ace for Callie Parker. Turning to the floor for the Blackhawks. That's going to be number 9, Regan Gill. Danica Kepler now back to serve. Gibson there to dig it out. Hunzinger on to Carpenter. And that is hooked right on the line. But the point's going to go to Cowan. Okay, so they ended up giving the point to Wapahani. Okay, so it's 15-13. And now we've got a service error, or a rotation violation. Threw us all out of sorts. Okay, so Megan Luce will return here for Wapahani. We've got number 10, Taylor Inman, back to serve. Parker, Hunzinger to Walters, dug out by Kerr. That was number 5, Mietrauer on the attack. Point there goes to Cowan, so now ties things at 15. So Rivers there with a kill, puts Wapahani back on top here by 1. Again, here's the back and forth continues. Neither side has really obviously taken control here in set number 2. And that's going to be a 2-hit call here on Blackhawks. Here's Wapahani now out probably to their largest lead of the night, or as far as in set number 2. Neither team has really applied much distance to the other. Luce, Hunzinger there to Walters. And Kepler will get it back over. Parker, Hunzinger back to Walters again. And that's going to work that time. Nice serve there from Rivers. Gill on the attack, dug out by Luce. Hunzinger will set it up to Anne-Marie Gibson. And that is smack dab right in the middle of the floor. So a timeout here from the Blackhawks. We'll take a timeout here with them. 19-15 Wapahani in set number 2. We'll be back right after this message. All right, folks, welcome back in. Following the timeout, Wapahani leads it by 4 here in set number 2. Again, a 1-0 lead, so 6 points away from a sweep of the Blackhawks here tonight. We'll see if Cowan has anything to say about that. And it's a bad pass, but it ended up working out for Wapahani. At least not a very good pass anyway. Gibson right there, Hunzinger will miscue again, and another miscue. They end up paying off. So Cowan unable to take advantage of some Wapahani mistakes the last couple times around. Loose, Hunzinger on to Gibson. Nice dig from Kerr as number 5, Nietrauer, will get it across. That's going to be shanked backwards and out of bounds. And that one's going to be served into the net. So 22-16 now is number 8, Shayna Ray, will return to action for Wapahani. We've got Lily Nietrauer now back to serve for Cowan. So Olivia Walters now serving for the Lady Raiders. Shank backwards, that's an ace right here for Walters. And so now Wapahani has arrived at match point, 24-16. Again, make sure to stay right here with us, folks. We'll have our senior night festivities coming up at the conclusion here of this one, which is right here and right now, as Wapahani sweeps Cowan here tonight, 24-14, 25-14, 25-15, or 16, sorry, goodness sakes. Okay, 25-14, 25-16, final score. Nonetheless, stay right here with us. We'll have our senior night festivities coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Also 3 years of RAD, 2 years of FCA, 1 year of Red Rose Club, and 2 years of National Honor Society. Also, she includes Munciana Volleyball, 4-H, Goats and Pigs for 10 years, and 10 years of dance. Reese's future plans are to attend Ball State University and play volleyball, get her undergrad degree in computer science, go out of state to get her graduate's degree, then travel before she settles down, live on a farm with her family, raise some goats, and have 1 dog. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Reese Baker. Our next senior is Miss Macy Bowden. Her parents, Sean and Ellen Bowden. Her activities includes 4 years of volleyball, 4 years student council, 4 years of Riley Club, 3 years of RAD, also 2 years of National Honor Society, 2 years of FCA, 1 year of Red Rose Club, 1 year of band, as well as Munciana and Dance Club. Her future plans are to go to college, make a lot of money, marry an NFL player, have 3 kids, and get a dog. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Macy Bowden. Our next senior, Miss Chloe Cook. Her parents, Tori and Jim Cook. Her activities while attending Wapahani include 4 years of volleyball, 2 years of National Honor Society, 3 years of Riley Club, also 1 year of Red Rose Club, 1 year of RAD, 2 years of FCA, and Munciana Volleyball. Chloe's future plans are hopefully to play college volleyball, study something in the medical field, marry her best friend, become rich, have 2 or 3 kids, and buy herself a wagon. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Chloe Cook. Our next senior, Miss Briley Felton. Her parents, Courtney and Dustin Felton. Their activities include 4 years of varsity volleyball, also Munciana Volleyball, 3 years of Riley Club, 3 years of RAD, 1 year of Red Rose Club, and 2 years of FCA. Briley's future plans are to attend Ball State University and study in business management, then attend cosmetology school, get her beauty license, and eventually open up her own hair salon. Eventually, she'd like to move out of Muncie, Indiana, and find her dream man, settle down and get married and have 3 kids, a dog, and live happily ever after. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Briley Felton. And our final senior this evening, Miss Cameron Wise. Her parents, Tabitha and Shane Wise. Her activities attending Wapahani include 4 years of varsity volleyball, 4 years of varsity basketball, 4 years of Riley Club, as well as 4 years of RAD, 4 years of FCA, 2 years of National Honor Society, as well as a member of the U Salute and Munciana Volleyball Club. Cameron's future plans are to continue her athletic and academic career, grow in her faith, get a degree in computer science, become the most successful person that she can be, travel the world starting with Greece, then settle down to marry her best friend, start a family, and have a couple of dogs and have a cat, Simba. Live an hour away from the ocean and an hour away from the mountains, drive a Jeep Wrangler to the beach every Saturday with her family, come back here in 10 years with her best friends and be recognized as the team that won the state championship in 22. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cameron Wise. Again, on behalf of Wapahani High School, again, we would like to thank each and every single one of these young ladies for not only their contributions to Wapahani High School, but all of their personal activities as well that they do outside of the classroom and outside of this gymnasium for the wonderful young women that they are. So again, we greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, as well as the families, and we wish you all the very best in all your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our Raider seniors. All right, folks, welcome back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Again, we hope all of you enjoyed our senior night recognition ceremony here this evening. Again, congratulations there to seniors Reese Baker, as well as Briley Felton, Macy Bowden, Cameron Wise, and Chloe Cook. So, again, all five very, very fantastic young women. Again, we wish them all the very best. Again, we'll talk about them in our varsity broadcast here in just a little while as well. But again, congratulations to our junior varsity volleyball team, 25-14, 25-16 sweep here of Cowan tonight. Again, we'll be back here on our varsity broadcast coming up here in about 20 or so minutes from now. Until then, I'm Brandon Morbilius, alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thank all of you for watching, and we'll see you back here in just a little while here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.